day coming up. What do you expect out of a media day like this? The dynamics, and they're going to have different players, and you're bringing what, Jaden Henley and is it
And
Brian?
Nana.
Oh, Nana.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, yep. So Jaden and Nano will be making the trip over, and looking forward to it. It's our first one, in the Mountain West, and it'll be great to see the other coaches and some of the other players.
What's the expectation you have for this team coming into a conference that seems much more stacked than it was in the last?
Yeah, excellent conference. They're averaging close to five, NCAA tournament teams a year, and really competitive top to bottom. So we're really looking forward to that. We have a lot of basketball to play before that, and so right now our focus is really our exhibition game, and then getting off to hopefully a great start to the season.
I know teams like San Diego State are established. I mean, for you guys, is it would you find success by going over 500 in conference play? Or?
Yeah, we have such a new team, so we learned a lot last week in the Baylor scrimmage. We think we'll learn a lot more, in this USC scrimmage, and our main goal is just getting off to a great start, and we'll see where our team's at come conference time. Injuries play such a big impact. If we're healthy, how guys are adapting to America, some of our international players, and connecting, but. We have high expectations within our program in both the non-conference and the conference.
I know Jaden had a big game against Baylor. Brian Moore, maybe not so much, but is there a lot of guys on this team that can be that go-to guy?
We do. We like our balance. We have guys that are in different roles. Maybe they were last year, and then others that are used to being main pieces. And I think as they play more together, I think naturally the ball will find the right guy at the right time. Because it is a very unselfish group.
When you look at summer, I mean, do you feel like things you maybe wanted to accomplish looking a few months ago, total new team, feel like you're kind of where you want to be right now, or is it still kind of learning?
Yeah, I think most coaches you talk to, you're never where you want to be. Usually aren't that way until you play several games and see a lot of different different styles and things like that. Our big thing is obviously you want to be healthy going into the year, and so we want to be in good shape. We want to be competitive, but we also want to be mindful of a long off season, that guys are fresh and ready to go, come season.
Can you talk a little bit about, talk with Coach Jack this summer? It seems like a few of the guys look, really good physically. Talk about the work they put in, and do you feel like, what really stands out to you?
Yeah, Jordan Jackson, our strength coach, is phenomenal. He's high energy. He really helps the players make big strides in the off season. We really, devote a lot of our time to the weight room. We make sure each week off season and during season the guys are getting plenty of time in there, because it's such a crucial part, to our program.
Yeah, first exhibition, I know Richard brought up Jaden Henley. I mean, you get him, I know you're probably excited, kind of what all the different things he brings to the table. But did you see what he did? Did you even see that maybe when you first got him? Because he really looked like he was playing good.
Yeah, we knew how talented he was. He's very young for a senior. He's probably one of the younger seniors in the country. He should be, a junior, age-wise. And so, his game is still progressing and developing. And I think the last part of his last year, he moved to more on the ball, and he was a totally different player than he was his previous, 2.5 years of college as a player. And so he's just really expanded his game. He's very talented offensively, for his size. And, the fun thing is he's just getting better and better. And I think we'll see a good version of him early, and I think we'll see even a better version of him come conference time.
Same thing with FA. I'm curious. Obviously, comes in lots of you mentioned that. Do you see, similar to Jaden, almost like we're going to maybe get this V1 a little bit, and then maybe February, March, you could see a different player? Or how do you? Because it seems like he can do some more stuff. For handball. Do you see some of that maybe later down the road?
Yeah, basketball comes very natural to him. He's played so much. I think a lot of the, learning will be just the American style. The demands of college basketball, and then just rules in particular, whether how referees call games or flows or different things, just adjusting to America. And so the more he gets acclimated and feels comfortable with the whole American system and living here, I think that'll translate to him being even more comfortable on the court.
What is the biggest? What would you say the difference between this team from last year that people are going to notice?
Definitely our ball movement. The team really moves the ball well. I think we have really good speed. We cut hard. We get to spots on the floor. And, I think, our immediate connection. I think the guys You can tell right away they play together well. They play off of each other really well, and I think people will see that hopefully on Saturday.
Justice Joyner, his shooting ability, does that kind of open it up?
Yes, he can really stretch the defense, open things up, in the paint, and we feel like we have a lot of weapons, that can make shots, that can put it on the floor and go make plays. So we really like the balance, that we have at the different positions.
Is there pressure or is there excitement of let's try to make a statement in this conference?
Yeah, I think there's pressure and excitement every game. We feel that in our exhibition games, our non-conference, our conference, and hopefully games that we play are really meaningful games. In conference, meaningful from standings, meaningful from at-large bids. That's our goal, and we have a lot of basketball to play to get there. But we really like this group, and we think we're off to a good start from our first exhibition, and looking forward to hopefully a strong second one.
Have you coached against Musselman before? And then kind of what do you expect for the specific test on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, tons of experience, NBA coach, successful at multiple levels, and he's really talented roster. Gives them a lot of freedom. They're going to play hard, throw a lot of stuff at us. So it's a great preseason game for us. We're thankful they took the game and we're willing to come to our place to play.